Well, who would have guessed that a tweet from Stevie Johnson would lead to the creation of one of the most rabid fan bases ever, the Bills Mafia. And Stevie, it goes without saying, dropping a game-winning pass hurts a lot. But give us your backstory. What led to the tweet?
Well, yeah, it was basically a commitment to the community. You know, as a kid, I always wanted to be an example. You know, I wanted to know what those guys felt that I was watching on TV. You know, when they had high times, you always seen them celebrating. But what about the low times? Because, you know, as a kid, you go through highs and lows. But being able to understand what someone is thinking, that's an advantage. And I never got that opportunity. So I always said, if I'm in a position to have a platform, whether I do good or I do bad, I'm going to speak it. I'm going to let it be known. And I was blessed to be in a position to be a 7th round draft pick. And I felt like my connection with the community, I don't say Bills Mafia just yet, but my connection with the community is what led me to become a player on the Buffalo Bills through message boards. Social media wasn't what it was like it is now. You know, people just put things out just to put it out. It wasn't no reason behind it. And my reason was to connect with the community, connect with fans, let them know my feelings. And when I ended up making a mistake, me and Adam unintentionally sparked this phenomenon called Bills Mafia, unintentionally. And, you know, it ended up being something special at the end of the day. But I think it was the community reciprocating the love that I showed them early. And it ended up becoming that, Bills Mafia. Mafia means family.
Well, as I mentioned before, the Bills Mafia is notoriously rabid. But Stevie, what makes them so unique compared to other fan bases?
You know what makes the Bills Mafia so unique? I can only speak from my story. I had a negative time. I did have a lot of good times, but I had a negative time. And what did they do? They rallied behind me. They still supported me. They lifted me up. They attacked my guy, Adam Schefter. All he was doing was his job, you know? So he had some unexpected, unintentional strays go his way. But that's what it is. That's the community of Buffalo. It's not just because I was a player, but they saw what I brought to the community, to the Boys and Girls Clubs, the YMCAs, and just that loyalty. That loyalty is something special. You just got to be there and understand what the Mafia is about.
It certainly is quite the family, I would say, and it's obvious your connection with Bills Mafia really does run deep. So, do you have a favorite story about the Mafia that you could share?
Yeah, I mean, I have so many. I give you one that's useful for everybody. You know, back then, at that time when I was playing, a lot of things was different, like barber shops, you know, being able to have a barber come into the locker room and be able to help people, help the community. So I got a story about that. I had a buddy named Kenny on Signature Cuts. He came in, the coaches was telling me not to have people come in, but Kenny came in very respectful. And next thing you know, the Buffalo Bills ended up getting a barber shop and allowing Kenny to come in and bring his barbers in to help the guys that come in from Buffalo and out of state. So that's something that was cool, and something illegal, because I know a lot of people want to hear about these things. So during the lockout year, you know, we weren't supposed to be allowed on a location of the facility or inside the stadium. But at this time, the Buffalo Bills was revealing new jerseys. And what did I do? You know, Stevie, why so serious? He's not listening. And what I do, I went on to the facility. I snuck into the stadium when me and my guys were sitting in the bleachers and watching the reveal. Got 1 or 2 eyes. Next thing you know, the entire stadium was chasing after us, and I was trying to get out of there. It was like some rock star stuff. It was pretty crazy, but it was just something that was fun that I have in my memory bank for the Buffalo Bills. One of many. There's so many things out there, but it's a great community at the end of the day.
Well, Stevie, you had me at illegal with that story there. Glad you had so much fun.
Yeah, I would have got in big trouble.
And you're always connected to the Bills Mafia. The Bills, they're still undefeated at home this season, so the Mafia must be doing something right. Let's see if they can keep it up this Sunday. And if you want to hear more from Stevie on the Bills, be sure to check out the Broken Table Show on TSN's YouTube channel. New episode is out now.